Okay, I'm live. Make sure I'm okay over on my actual page here. Make sure you guys can hear me and I'm live. See what it says. Doesn't look. Oh yeah, it is. It's great. Excellent. Hi everybody. Okay. Hi Ellie. I am Allison Sullivan and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I live in New Westminster, which is a suburb of Vancouver in British Columbia in Canada. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you were able to download the either PDF or the Excel spreadsheet of all the products from the July to December 2021. I had to think about that catalog that are on a last chance. So pick them up before they sell out, because they will sell out probably before the end of December. So pick up some fabulous ones. And today I'm going to actually show you a stamp set that the dies are on for a reduced price. So maybe one that you hadn't noticed. Hi, Carol from Connecticut. And hi, Lynette from Melbourne, I guess. Nice to see you guys here today. Hi, Keisha. You're late. Yes, you're always the first one here. Okay, you guys. So let me go over and let's get started today. The others will pop on. All right. So here we go. Make sure that I can watch all your comments pop on. So today we're going to use a stamp set called Snow Wonder. And it comes with a set of really nice matching dies. Now, this stamp set was originally in the catalog from last year, so from 2020, and they carried it forward, but it is now finally retiring. And it's just a fabulous stamp set. I love it. I love the old-fashioned look. I love the script, and I love the sayings. So hopefully this card today will inspire you. The good news is that these dies are on sale from $45 to $36. So lots of great cards you can make and a great deal. Nothing better than a good deal, right? So let's get started. Let me show you a card from last year. Hi, Sharon. This is the thing I love about this particular card, and I am going to just lower this just a titch so you guys can see my card a little bit better there. There we go, I think. The thing I love most about this card is that it's pretty much monochromatic. It's a really simple card to make because it's just done in Night of Navy, and then we've got the blends in the lighter version. Isn't it pretty? And so these are the dies. You can see that it cuts out the trees and it cuts out the snowman, and it's also got this fabulous label die. So that's a pretty simple card that you could recreate. Wanted to just show you that one. Today's card, I'm going to start with sort of a non-traditional Christmas color. I'm going with Pool Party here. Now I've cut this to be 8.5 by 5.5, so a standard card, right? And then it's scored at 4 1/4, and we've folded it over. But today, instead of using a portrait, I'm going to go landscape. Okay. And the first thing I want to do is grab the stamps that I'm going to use. So today I'm going to be using the snowman, the trees, and this pretty saying, Christmas wishes and joyful greetings. Let's grab a piece of basic white. Here we go. Now I've cut this one a little bit smaller than normal. I wanted to have a layer here. So I've got, this is the smoky slate, and that's cut to your traditional 4 by 1 1/4. So the next size down. And then I've gone just one size smaller. So now I've got 3 3/4 by 5. Now, for those of you joining me, Lynette from Australia, you're going to have to transfer that into your centimeters and the paper size that you guys have. In Canada, we are on the metric system, but we're kind of weird. We do some things metrically and some things the old imperial way. And because our cardstock is from the US, usually it's cut to 8.5 by 11. So we tend to go with inches when we're talking about card making. All right. So let's grab this piece here of basic white. Now I'm going to use my trees, and I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz. That is my color for my trees. I was going to go something. Oh, hi, Leanne. I have another Aussie here. She's in Perth, Lynette. Lynette is from Melbourne. So you guys are kind of on the opposite sides there, I think. Okay, so I've got Pear Pizzazz, I've got my trees. I want to start quite high up here. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp one, and then I'm going to stamp another one, just like that. Isn't that pretty? Love all the detail on that, right? And of course, I'm going to actually do this right now. I'm going to add my favorite Wink of Stella. I love Wink of Stella. I put it on everything. It's like hot sauce to me. My daughter puts hot sauce on everything. So does my husband, actually. Before they even taste something, I think they get the hot sauce out. Same with me and Wink of Stella. I just love it. I'm just doing it on the darker green pieces. Now, I could have done it on the white, but I like it on the green. It just sort of sparkles. Isn't that pretty? Now I need one more sets of trees here, and I'm just going to do that on a scrap piece of basic white, and then I'm going to put this away because I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to add my little Wink of Stella to this too. Now I'm going to actually be cutting this out with my dies that match the ones that are on sale, but let's let that Wink of Stella just settle. Happy December 1st. My goodness, I don't know where the time has gone. We went and got our tree last weekend, a little early, but the reason we did it was because the trees here in the last 2 or 3 years, we've had quite a few fires and drought, and it has made the Christmas tree farms not have as many trees. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were already sold out. So I don't bring it in the house when we bring it home. I do leave it outside in a bucket where it stays really fresh. I'll bring it in probably next weekend. All right. So I don't know about you guys, if you're artificial or real, right? Hi, Mo. Who else? Hi, Elaine. Who else is here? Hi, Mern and Kathy. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Christmas Wishes and Joyful Greetings that we talked about. And this is actually basic gray, so it's a bit darker. So I'm going to stamp that on that. Here we go. Okay. So we've got our trees and we've got our words. Now we just need our snowman. Now for this one, I want to stamp it in quite a light color. And I got another piece of basic white here, and I'm going to use Smoky Slate for my snow person. I love this snowman. He or she, could be a she. It's got beautiful detail. Look at that. You don't have to do another thing. You can just leave it, and it would be perfect. But I can't do that. I'm going to color it. Let's bring in some Stampin' Blends. Oh gosh, this looks awful. I've got so many colors here, but you don't have to use this many colors. I'm going to start with a light pumpkin pie. So we've got some people who are saying artificial because they have no needle drop in the cats. Well, I buy a type of tree that doesn't drop needles. It's I either get a Noble Fir or a Fraser. I think, is it Fraser? No, Noble. And then there's the one I got was Nordstrom, I think. And it doesn't have those kind of needles that fall off. So that's kind of nice. And I don't have a cat. So that's also nice. Let's see. Anybody else? Nobody else. Oh, I got another person now from Swansea. Oh, you're back, Wendy. Oh, I'm so glad you came back. Wendy watched me a couple weeks ago. Hi, Pat. Okay, so I've done my light pumpkin pie. Isn't that cute with his little his little carrot nose. Now, I don't know where you're from. You may or may not have snow, ever. I grew up in Toronto. We had snow all of the time. The good neat thing about the snow in Toronto, though, was it usually came with sunshine. So even though it was cold and a bit icy at times, it was usually nice and sunny. So you could get a couple of runs in on your toboggan and your sled before chilblains set in. I don't know if it's still that cold now. Maybe it's not. So this was light red, and I'm just doing the little berries on his little hat, or her hat. I don't know about you guys. Do you have a lot of snow? Can you build snow people? Even in Vancouver, we could build snow people. The problem was, my kids, when they were little, is our snow is extremely wet and extremely heavy because it's wet. So it wasn't like nice snow, fluffy, you know, at least not down here in the lower mainland. On the mountains, you can get that nice powder, but not down here. Okay, what do we want to do? I want to do his hat, and I'm going to color the hat, or her hat, in light smoky slate. Now, don't worry if you think, now I can't see the definition between the top part of the hat and the bottom. It actually lightens up. And I'm going to just go in and grab the darker one and just make a little bit of a definition there. And then grab my light again and just go over and blend that in. There we go. So it's not really feeling like Christmas around here in terms of weather. It's a lot of flooding here, and it's quite sad for people. A lot of people's farms are underwater, and we keep hoping for the end, but it doesn't really want to be the end. This is Pool Party. Okay, and see that I'm just going around here, and then when I get down here, you guys, I had originally just gone around the edge, but I changed my mind. And I actually just scribbled over these already defined lines that the artist at Stampin' Up! Had created for me. Didn't even have to think about it, just went over it. And when I go and add some Winkostella, it actually kind of blends it. It's really quite interesting what happens. I really liked the look of it when I went over. And I want to put a little bit more light Pool Party just along the definition there between the larger one and the small and the medium ball of snow there. So did you guys have snow? I'm looking back. Lots of snow in Labrador. Oh my goodness, Janice, you would certainly have a lot of snow. Snow doesn't stay long here, Mern. Well, it doesn't normally, does it? But we've had years where it has. And who else? Hi, Carol. Carol, I wasn't sure if you needed a catalog or not. You can comment if you need me to send you a set of catalogs. I can do that. Wasn't sure if you still needed them or not. You might get them somewhere else, but if not, let me know. Yeah, we used to have snow forts and in Toronto. So we could actually take the snow and cut it into blocks, and then we would build like forts. So that was in Toronto, though, not in Vancouver. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's add some black. I've got light black because I was going to leave the little coal eyes and the little coal mouth, but I like it better with the black. Now, we didn't put coal on our snow people. I don't know about you guys. We had the carrots. Definitely had the carrots, and I think we use rocks, or if we could find them, or pebbles for their face. We didn't have coal. What are you thinking? Liking this so far? I'm liking her or him so far. And I got light crumb cake, and I'm just going to go in here into his little twiggy arms. Little twigs. Now, you can see here, I'm not really worried about coloring the snow because I'm going to cut it out with the coordinating die, so there's not a lot of point in doing that. Now his or her scarf, let's go with, let's see, what have we got here? I'm going to go with dark, soft sea foam. Because I wanted something colorful, but I didn't want it too stark over the rest of the colors that I chose. And I wanted something that sort of went with the gray. I think that looks good. And I guess this little buttons should be black too. I never really thought about it. Okay, well, let's make sure I've got the right color here. Put dark smoky. No, I'm going to go with black. Light black. So let's just make his little buttons. You could actually add little black matte pearls or something. That would be cute. All right. So there we go. We've got our Christmas snowman, snow person. We have our greeting. And we have our trees. And they all have to be cut out with the coordinating dies. So let me grab our fantastic cut and emboss machine. Our mini. Gonna move that up so you can see. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Got it straight. There we go. All right, so let's start with the trees. And I tend, when I'm on a live, like I am today with you guys, I can't see as well where I've got my machine versus where I'm sitting, because I'm not really right on top of it, right? So I want it to be as lined up as possible. So I do use a piece of repositionable tape. And now I've got my plate number 3, my plate number 2, my paper with my die, and my second clear plate. We'll just run that through. I love my mini die machine. I don't know, you guys, it's probably my favorite tool. So that, look at that, it's perfect. Okay, next up, we have the Christmas Whiskers and Joyful Greetings. And for that one, look at this fantastic die label that comes. You know, a lot of times when we get die sets, if you're like me at least, I forget to look at everything beyond what matches. So for instance, in this one, we've got something that matches the snowman. We've got the trees. We've got the wreath. So we've got dies that cut these all out. But you know, I tend to overlook the other dies that come in these fantastic sets. And this one has 2 beautiful labels that cut out the words. And I like that. So no fussy cutting or cutting it out, just plain. This particular die, I'll show you, cuts out a beautiful label and it creates a raised edge just on the outside. Isn't that fantastic? And next up we have our snow person. Let's move this for a sec. I'm actually going to put this down like that. Grab my little snow person. I love that this cuts this out. Like, I mean, honestly, could it be any easier? Really? Like, kind of spoiled, right? I'll make sure I've got, you have to line up quite a few little spots on here to make sure that you've got it positioned right. All right, stick that on top and we will run that through. Okay. So that's all the die cutting I'm going to do. Move this all over. Oops, I didn't cut it through quite enough, but that's okay because I can put my right over top. And you can actually feel a die. I don't know if you've ever had to do this, where you can actually feel it fit back in like a little puzzle. Have you ever had to do that? I guess I didn't have it situated exactly where I wanted it, and I didn't run it through right to the end. I think I stopped just as it was getting to the end. So that's what happens. But if you ever do that, you can line this back up again. It's super easy with any die. Let's hope she says that. Let's hope it works. So let's send that through again. It's just that end that wasn't cutting. That was so weird. I must have just stopped short of the end of the runway. And there we go. Perfect. See? No harm. So if you ever do that, you know how to fix it. I think I will add a little bit more Winkostella just to the hat. Just so it sparkles. Now, when I originally did this card, I think I might have used the shimmery white paper, which is also great because it's also got a shiver, and then you can use the Winkostella on top, and then you've got kind of like double shimmer. All right, let's grab our pieces and my glue. As you guys know, hi Mary. Oh, great, Carol. I'm glad to hear that you still got your status, so you'll get your catalog. You should be getting it fairly soon, actually. I got my copy the other day. So hopefully you'll get yours, tickety blue. Okay, so I'm going to just glue that piece that I stamped earlier to my smoky slate. Now I'm going to grab some linen thread. And I'm going to wrap this around. Doop, 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 twice. Do you like that sound effect? I'm sounding like my friend Ange more and more each day. She makes all these noises. I'm starting to make my own noises. Okay. I know that my sisters who are here on the call, I know they got snow in Toronto last few days. Kids love snow. Like my sister's grandchildren would just think it was great. It's just the rest of us when we have to get around in it. It's not so super. Okay, let's grab our trees, which we've Winkostellaed. And my goodness, we got to pop them up, right? Oh, yeah. Up, up. And I'm just going to move them more like here, I think. Yeah, that looks good to me. How about if it's a little straighter? There we go. All right. And then we've got our sentiment. And for this one, I want to be on either side of that linen. So I don't want to necessarily stick it on the linen thread. I want to have that linen thread kind of run through there like a little channel. So move that like that. There we go. Now let's glue it to the front. Okay. Have I sold any of you on this Tombow glue as the best glue ever? Or the rest of you just still holding out with your other preferred choices? I'm actually going to move this just a titch over. There we go. All right. Now we've got my snow person who's just going to go here. Let's get some dimensionals. Is this the cutest little snowman ever? I really want you to consider looking at these dies. They're on sale while supplies last. Okay, so you don't want to wait and be disappointed that it's going to sell out. So there's my Christmas. There's my little card. Let's move down a titch here. Oh, it's light in a weird place. There, how's that? I think I can see the light and it's not actually in my thing. There we go. That's fine. Best glue ever. Thank you, Mern. It has melted. Oh, your snow's melted. Well, I'm glad my little snow person hasn't melted yet. Well, still strong. Let's move this all out of the way and let us have a look at some of my favorite dies that are retiring and that are on sale. Keisha, yeah, Ange she does love the seal, and it's great. And she's very good at showing people how to use it. So good for her. Okay, what do you think of my card? You like her? Isn't she cute? Okay, I could add, I don't know. Sometimes I like to add, I don't know. I could add, let's add some of these. Might be a mistake. Don't know. But let's just add some of these fabulous little gems here. They're just white, but they've got a almost like a mother of pearl look to them. So I'm just looking for kind of different sizes here. Yeah, there we go. So just add some hardness to it. There's your soft with your linen thread and then hard. Okay, so cute. All right, let's look at the cards. Now remember I showed you this one when we first came on. This was the one that was monochromatic, just stamped in Night of Navy, and there you go. Perfect, easy peasy card. Now we've also got another set that's called, thanks Mo, here it is here, Words of Cheer stamp set and Words of Cheer bundle. Sorry, dies. Sorry. So we've got the Christmas cheer dies and the Words of Christmas stamp set. And the dies are on sale for 50% off. So they are, I'm just going to remove my little cheat sheet here. Those are $24, those dies, instead of $48, which is awesome. So let's look at some cards. Here's one. Isn't this pretty? So this, the words are cut out with those dies. And then, I don't know if you can see this greenery behind it, but you can actually fit the cheer in exactly the right place. And this has been covered. This is our foam pop-up sheets that have been, some DSP has been stuck to it and then they've been cut out. Isn't that pretty? So that's an example of a card made with those dies. And if you want the matching stamp set, this is a card made with this stamp set. Now, this is going back in time for me because I stamped on vellum all the time. Did you guys do that? So this is stamped on vellum and then embossed in silver and then turned over. And then on the back, it's colored with Stampin' Blends. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can see that. And then lastly, got more of a traditional color here where it's actually stamped on the DSP and then colored. And then added some of our, name's escaping me. Oh, it's in a tube. What is it called? Let me grab it. It's right here. Shimmery crystal effects. And then you let it dry and then you get this fantastic three-dimensional look to those. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so that's on for half price. When I say that it's while supplies last, trust me, you guys, you need to nip along smartly if you want it. Now, here's another set of dies that are on sale, the stocking dies. They're also on for 50% off, and they are regular 42 and they're 21, and they go with the adorable, sweet little stocking stamp set. And they actually, a lot of the dies match up with the DSP. So they cut out images from the DSP in addition to the stamps. So let me show you those. Here's an example. Actually, this one here was cut out just by hand, but it's pretty simple out of the DSP. Isn't that a simple card? Like it's just paper. Really cute. And then you've just got the saying there. This was a card that I did on a live quite a while ago. And I stamped the animals and the stocking and the prezzies and then colored them with Stampin' Blends. And then all of these have been cut out with the coordinating dies. Isn't that cute? Look at that little candy cane. It's so cute. Here's another card I did on one of our lives. The Z fold or Z fold, right? That's what it looks like. Okay. And again, the candy canes, the prezzies, and the little sprigs were all cut with the dies, including the little Very Merry tag. And then lastly for this set, we've got the one I did in a live. So this, all of the pieces have been stamped and then cut out with the coordinating dies. So you don't want to miss that one. Okay, so $21 for that one. And you know, I didn't have a chance to check before I went on this morning, like right now with you guys. So I don't even know if they've sold out, but you need to hurry if you want them. Next up, how about the stunning polar bear? Aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely love them. So comes with Arctic bears. You're going to buy those separately, and you're going to buy the dies separately because the dies are on sale for 50%. So the dies are $20.50. So let me show you a couple of cards. Here's one here. This was one I got from a swap, and look how gorgeous this is. Look at the icicles hanging down. And then this is just stamped in black and cut out the polar bears. And then you've got the little ice, what do you call that? I don't know. I always think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when they're floating on the ice, trying to escape the abominable snowman. Snow monster, I think he was called. But like a little thing of ice that they're sitting on. And then she did a look that's sort of the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights look. Isn't that gorgeous? But the stars really are the beautiful dies. And then this is a card my sister Mo made me. She's on the call right now. And I think you call it a triangle card. So she's used the paper from Peaceful Place Suite. And love that. All of these products are retiring. So make sure you grab them. And then she's got the two little polar bears here on the front, which is so cute. And then when you open it up, she's stamped the mountain range. But isn't that cute? So you want to get those dies. Love them. Okay, next up, our last show and tell for today are the seasonal Swirls dies. And they're on the regular $46. Those are on for $27.60. Of course, all the prices I'm listing are Canadian prices, right? So you'd have to look in your local and country catalog to see how much they are. And this particular sale may be different products for different markets. So this is the North America market. So let's see some cards made with the seasonal Swirls dies. So here's one I did. Just a really pretty Thanksgiving look, or you could even just a fall birthday if you change that to the word happy birthday. These little pieces are cut out with those dies. So sweet, the little pumpkins. So sweet. You could even make a Halloween card because the dies include these bats. And then we've got a broom, like a little witch's broom, and a pumpkin. So really cute. And then we've got Christmas. So we've got the Merry Medley embossing folder. It is carrying forward, thank goodness, because I love it. But look at this gorgeous gold and silver shimmer. Isn't that beautiful? And I colored some of this was the DSP from the celebration. And that gorgeous, I don't remember the name of it because I don't need to remember anymore, but it was so gorgeous, and I colored it with Stampin' Blends. Isn't that pretty? So simple. Okay, so that's all my cards for today. Here's our little Snow Wonder guy. Really sweet. All right. And I'm just going to come back here. There we go. So I hope you had fun stamping along with me today or watching me stamp. I got to say, I didn't know what I was going to do this morning, but I thought, oh, I'll just grab that Snow Wonder. Love that Snow Wonder set. So I'm glad I did because it's super cute. What else have we got here? Any other comments, you guys? Wendy says she loves Snow Wonder and we'll miss it. Yeah, we've been very fortunate with it, though, because we've had it for over a year, right? Yeah, so a year and a half. So I guess it had to go sometime, but I'm glad it came back. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Now, remember, check here for all the links for the clearance rack, which is refreshed this morning and has tons of stuff at super good prices. And then we've, of course, got our last chance products And all the links are here. So if you have any questions, just post them here, or you can email me, or you can even leave a comment on my page, and I see that. Okay, you guys, so have a great evening or the rest of the day, wherever you are. And I'll see you again on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Now, I might actually come back between now and then. I'm just not 100% sure, but if I do, I will put up a notice ahead of time, so you'll be able to see when I will be on. Okay, thanks, Wendy. I was so glad that you could join us live today. That was fun. All right, you guys. Bye for now and happy